Well, chaos is the word of the day, Night Lords. It's Unseen Future back with another video. So I got the Libra Everdark boss fight. Uh, this right here, this is good. The first clip is a loss. The second clip is the win, one of the wins we had. I've done this boss quite a few times. I've had 4 or 5 wins and probably 10 losses, you know. I guess it's kind of the going theme for everybody on this boss. I'm starting to find a little more consistency in the boss. Originally, it seemed so chaotic, it was hard to find the consistent points for it to attack, you know, things like that. Starting to get it a little bit more down pat, though, after some mistakes like that. Just the one-shot capability, even on Wilder with the health I have, was crazy right there. But yeah, like, I really wanted to show the loss, because this is a very good example of the one thing wrong with this boss fight, which is the ads, or the NPCs. And right here in a second, you're going to see him summon his first 3. And at this point, I hadn't learned all the curses, and I still don't have them down pat. Like, when it first happens, I have to look up and see what it is, and, you know, look at my health, look at my bar to see what I got. To see what curse you get, what benefits you might get from that curse, etc. But yeah, you're going to see right here. Let's see. You can already see that the NPCs are a little skippy and laggy. But as this boss fight continues, you're going to see that right there. This is one of my main gripes on Wilder. So I want to use Wilder on this fight. And I have beat it once, but the only time I beat it was with a group that really carried me through the last quarter of the boss fight. I was down the whole last quarter of the boss fight. But right here, see, it worked one time. I think it may work one more time this entire boss fight, his grapple. And when the grapple's not working properly for Wilder, that's really one of his, you know, top-notch moves, especially if you have the, you know, fire on the sword. So this is really the only reason I put the loss in. It's a pretty good fight. We do pretty well, but I lose a lot of my health early on before half the, you know, before the boss is even half health. That's one of the issues. And I feel like the ads are the biggest issue. I took a lot of damage from the boss in this one, but when the ads are like this, here we go. This is going to show it pretty good here. Just watch this NPC and how he moves. And right here in a second, it's really noticeable. Like, I mean, come on, man. And I'm playing with 3 people that I know well, and we all have good internet. We all have fiber optic as well. So our internet is pretty top notch. And you can see how bad the NPCs are. So I'm beginning to believe, and my buddy's the one that suggested this, that it's a server issue. Maybe there's a bunch of people playing this boss at this time when we played. This is probably from 4 or 5 days ago. And this is when the boss first come out, so maybe there was a ton of people playing it. Maybe that's why they're so latent. But you're going to see in the duo run that we had, you're going to see that we do much better, and it's one of our, I think it's our second win maybe on the boss that we actually had. But you're going to see the difference in the ads, especially. Like, see the ad, he looked fine, and as soon as I tried to pull him, you know, the lag happened. And I lose a lot of health right here. So, but yeah, look at that. I mean, to me, there's no reason for that. It's got to be a server issue. It's got to be something. That's the only thing, my only gripe with this. Other than that, this is a great boss fight. Other than that, to me, this is the worst part. See, the grapple didn't work again. So it's a constant battle with latent NPCs, the game mechanics not working and function properly. And I don't know. That's all I really got to say about that as far as that goes. Like I said, it's going to be a loss. I thought we'd done fairly well for the way the boss fight was going. But see right there, he was summoning right there. I could have got there sooner, done more damage. I've got to learn what he's casting and when he's casting it so that I know when I can run in and get free damage, because that was some free damage I could have got, but I hesitated for quite a bit there. and only got a couple hits in, and then the summon came out. So, but yeah, the next, like I said, the next clip's gonna show her win, and it's much better. The NPCs are not doing like these and just latent as all get out. But yeah, just I'm not gonna talk too much more. I think that's about it. I just wanted to talk about the only problem. Like I said, this is the only problem. Just imagine if they fixed this boss fight would be awesome. Cause I really enjoy it. Other than that, that ate my input right there, or I was out of stamina. I'm not sure. But see, that time he pulled halfway to me and stopped. So, like I said, that's my only gripe. I've repeated it enough, I guess, yapped enough. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Let you enjoy the rest of the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment. And then like I said, on the next video, I think I'm gonna, well, I got a special one I want to do about the Libra boss, and I think it'll be a fun one to do. I've seen some other guys do it, do videos similar, and then I also want to, like I said, compare the Augur Everdark boss fight versus the Libra Everdark boss fight. I really think this one's way superior, and it does not have as many bugs in it, I guess you would say, as the Augur. To me, the Augur's got a lot more. But I didn't record any of the issues that I found in the Augur like I did with this one. So it just, the whole fight, you're going to see the latency problem. I'm calling it latency, but the skipping problem with the NPCs. But the Augur, I want to do it again as soon as they post it back up, so I can, hopefully they fix it, and then I don't have to do it. But if they don't fix it, I'll be doing a comparison video with the Libra Everdark versus the Augur Everdark. So, but I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one. GG's, and bye-bye.
Make you. It is done. The time is right.